Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is the love reading for the month of June for the sign Scorpio. Alright, we're going to get right into it with the Romance Oracle Angels. And we're going to pull two cards for you and your person. Alright, if you have a person coming in or you're with a person, right, involved, we're going to get two cards in any case. Alright, so how you doing, my lovely Scorpios? How's this beginning of the year treating you so far? Alright. Check out my new moon readings and my full moon readings as well. Alright. Give you an idea of some other stories that may resonate for you throughout the month. This one is going to be about love, specifically your love life. Let's see what's going on. Alright, Scorpio. Show me what's going on. Give me two messages, two cards. Angels, give us a sign, guides, affirmations for Scorpio and their person for the month of June. All right, show me. All right, there we go. Alright, Scorpio. Your card is let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Alright? So that's one of the cards. This could be you, Scorpio. And your person retreat. A time to disconnect from the world. Now these cards could both be for both of you together. Vice versa for either of you. But let go of control issues and retreat. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we have this could be the one. Right. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So this could be a period of change. If you're in a relationship, it could be a period of healing. Right. Overcoming obstacles in one's relationship. We're going to get right into it here with the traditional Rider-Waite deck. And we'll eventually get some clarity and go a little deeper with the THOTH deck. But for right now, let's get a reading for Scorpio. Clear reading. Give us a clear message. Affirmations, warnings, signs, energies surrounding the love life of Scorpio for June. Give us a clear message to clarify these romance angel omens. Show us what to look for. Alright, show me what to look for Scorpio, June 2019. Show me. Give me a clear story, a clear vision. Alright, Scorpio, we're going to pull your 9 cards. At the gate, you have 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. Interesting. And 7 of Swords. Page of Cups. 8 of Swords. A lot of swords. Ace of Pentacles. So opportunity coming in. 8, Strength. It's the Leo card. 7 of Cups. Another 7. And 15, the Devil. At the bottom of the deck, we have 5 of Swords. A lot of strife, right? Definitely a lot of strife in the relationship. 5 of Swords is the card of cheap victories, all right? And that can definitely happen in relationships. Is it clear? Okay, it's focusing. That can definitely happen in relationships. That happens a lot, right? Especially when you're in troubled waters, right? With your partner, your person. There could be a lot of cheap victories that people have at each other's expense, you know, because they're hurt or they want to hurt each other. So that energy is there, right, Scorpio? So let go of control issues and retreat. Let's see what this is all about. You definitely can coming from a place financially where you're doing well. right? Financially, you've got a good you've got a good relationship with your money, your abundance, your wealth. You're at a place where you're being charitable, right? You know when to give and how much to give, and you have enough to give. You're not being miserly, right? This is a 6. This is your first 6 card that came out. 6 is the number of journeying toward harmony. There's 3 stages to it. First is the departure. Then we have the beginning of the journey. And then we have the journey itself. And here, there's a journey. This is the journey. He's on the journey of harmony and finances. Having a harmonious relationship with money, letting it not control him per se. It's interesting that that would be up here because all the way to the other corner we have the 15, which is the devil, right? And the devil certainly talks about money being tied too much to money, right? So we're here. It's a harmonious relationship. You understand when to give, when to save, when to retreat. Here, the devil talks about, the two figures are tied to their lusts and their desires. So instead of letting their lusts and desires elevate them through the consciousness of their spirit, they're tied to them. So, I'm sorry about that siren in the background. I do live in a city, folks. So, but we're gonna get into this devil card. But it's just interesting that this here, where we're wealth and materialism and lust and those type of baser emotions rule us, is at the right opposite corner of a card that indicates a harmony in that relationship, specifically with wealth. All right, but that's a good place to be. And then here as well, you have another 6. Again, remember what I said, there's stages to the 6s. And here we see the departure. We see the realization that first you have to depart a situation before you can begin your journey on to the next. And here we have the departure. You have the reckoning, the realization that it's time to move on. You're ready to move towards harmony. Before this 6 of discs was the 5 of discs, which is disharmony. Right? Cheap victories, lies, backstabbings, strife, relationships that, having relationships with people that are unsatisfactory. And here you realize you want to leave all of that behind. You want harmony in your relationships, right? And you want you want something deeper, right? You want something deeper, a sense of integrity. So again, you're on a journey. It's interesting that you will get retreat and let go of control issues. Scorpio, you're definitely on a journey. And you're on a journey towards harmony. 6s are specifically indicate a journey towards harmony. 7s, which you also seem to have, you have 2 7s, 2 6s, and 2 8s, which is very interesting. 7s are all about dreams, wish fulfillment. But here we find 7 of Swords. Which is when somebody has a wish or a desire for something so much that they're willing to go out and take it, right? This is a thief in the night. And I feel kind of like that's maybe something you've been going through, right? Maybe there's somebody, or that's something that may be coming towards you, right? Because this is a progression. We go through like this, right? Right? In terms of a timeline as well. So this could be something that started or coming towards you. It could be a warning. There is something like this going on. Kind of where somebody's just not playing fair. They're being very duplicitous. And they're being, it could even be like somebody who's jealous of you or jealous of your relationships. Jealous of what you have. Right? Could be as well that within your relationship, if you're having issues in your relationship, because clearly you're wanting to leave disharmony, you're wanting to leave the strife, right? So financially you may be doing well, but are you guys arguing a lot? Especially with this let go of control issues and the desire to retreat. Are you guys arguing a lot? This is also a card of retreat, right? Look, he's leaving. 7s, he's leaving, he's sneaking away, right, with what he's gained. Right? It could be that you're going through a period right now in your relationship where there is strife and somebody is not being fair, right? Somebody's not being fair. It almost feels as though somebody's like gaslighting you, right? Making you feel like you're the one. Sometimes, and that's sometimes to get away from that, you yourself do have to let go of control issues to deal, to understand that and see that. Um, but there's a gesture coming through, all right? There's a gesture coming through, a sincere gesture of love, a token of love. Nothing major. This is Page of Cups, right? So it's just a little token. It could just be a note or a gesture. It could be something, for instance, especially if you're in a relationship right now where you're kind of like, where you guys aren't where you used to be, right? This could be the type of gesture from a partner, like something they used to do when you guys first got together, and it was like this like adorable little thing they did, and they haven't done it in so long, and all of a sudden they do it again. I feel like that kind of energy, that kind of desire to bring back a little bit of the spark. For those of you who aren't in relationships, this can definitely indicate just wanting to move away from like shallow dating scenarios, that are kind of full of games, right? For those of you who aren't working on a relationship, this can also indicate, people playing games with you on the dating scene, not being forthright. In Scorpio, you're not about that, right? And also, same thing, if you're single, it could be, instead of if you're with someone single, it could be that you or someone is coming forward with you, wants to make a little token, wants to test the waters. But right now, Scorpio, you are feeling kind of bound. Here we get our first 8. Eights are all about limitations and boundaries, setting our own boundaries, right? And you're feeling very limited. 8 of Swords is one of those self-imposed kind of prisons. You just feel like you don't have any decisions or choices, but this card is a real admonishment to look deeper into ourselves and our own responsibility. This is the card of taking responsibility as well, right, for your actions. Because the figure is blindfolded because of their own actions. They can choose to... sorry about that quick cut, folks. My camera just ran out of juice and I have to delete some stuff, and we're right back, all right? But we were talking about the 8 of Swords. And the 8 of Swords, like I was saying, is the card of responsibility. Taking responsibility for your own actions. This character is blindfolded, but it's because of their own doing, right? They're isolated as well, right? So this is also like how you can just be isolated from everyone around you because of your kind of like limited way of looking at the world. It's your way or the highway, and you don't listen to other points of view, and that kind of isolates you. You're not really in touch with your feelings. You see how little water there is. There's just a trickle there that she has just one foot in. So she's not tapping into her true feelings and emotions. She's really all up in her head and all up in what she believes is right, and it's a very kind of stubborn energy, and you have to realize how much, and this is definitely control issues, letting go of control issues, because it's your own control issues that tend to limit you. This is why 8s being the card of limitations, right, and boundaries, and knowing your own limitations and your own strength. We see that here at the bottom with the 8 of the major arcana, which is the card for Leo, the quintessential card for strength, right? So this card absolutely talks about knowing how strong you truly are, knowing the boundaries of your strength, when to be the lion and when to tame the lion, right? Your limitations, to be to achieve your highest good. That's why this is the 8, the first 8 in the major arcana. This is inherent in this energy. So you're definitely you're going towards harmony. You're wanting harmony. If you're in a relationship where you're having a lot of control issues, you're wanting to move towards harmony. You're realizing now how much of this is down to you as well. If this is a battle of wills between you and your partner, you must realize that a lot of this is down to you. It always starts with the person in the mirror, especially when you have power struggles. Your first reaction is always to try to be defensive or to defend yourself, against the other person or energy that's coming at you. But in those scenarios, the first way to deal with that really is to look inward at your own kind of struggle for power, desire to succeed, to desire to overcome, right? Or to overtake someone, right? So anyway, we'll get to the Strength card, but here, this is at the very center, this Eight of Swords. So it could be that in your love relationships and even single, in your dating relationships, you're just finding yourself kind of stuck. And a lot of that has to do with your own view of yourself. Ace of Cups is coming in, so a divine opportunity for a job, some abundance, a new opportunity. An opportunity that's taking you towards a very kind of like, look, the garden is there at the bottom. So it indicates an opportunity that could take you to a place where there is love, family, you know, everything you kind of want, you know, the abundance that you need to be able to facilitate a family, right? The opportunity is coming in. And if that was something that you wanted or needed, there's definitely that's going to be looming towards, I believe, the middle of the month. You're doing okay here, but this is just a new opportunity for you. And, you know, Scorpio, you love new opportunities in terms of making money or being successful, trying something new in a way that's going to raise your status in life. And here comes the Strength card. You're going to have to be strong, again, especially on the heels of this opportunity, right? This opportunity may impact your relationships. It could be that money has had something to do with your relationships as well, right? Or with your relationship with your person. There's a wish fulfillment here again, Seven of Cups. So you have a lot of options right now. I think that's also going to come out of this Ace of Pentacles. Money may have been at the root of a lot of your arguments, Scorpio. And I believe perhaps it may be that once this opportunity comes in, right, and you in a very kind of tempered way, even though this isn't a temperance card, but in a tempered way, you know, especially through strength, right, through knowing what your strengths and your weaknesses and working to your strengths, and taking this opportunity. I think what happens is now you and your person suddenly have all kinds of other options, right? There are other options coming in. It may be before that you guys were feeling kind of restricted. You may have been feeling restricted. It may have been as a result of your financial situations, but really you guys were taking it out on each other. It may be as a result of having control issues where one of you is trying to control the other's finances. But for you, Scorpio, this opportunity is yours. And it could be also some of you Scorpios might have been in a relationship where there was an unbalance of power because your mate or your person may have been the main breadwinner. And you felt you may have started to feel kind of like your own control going away. But that's all going to change with this opportunity. And I really feel like it's going to give you some self-esteem. It's going to open up more options for you. And here comes the Devil card. Be careful. Be careful as a result of this change, right? And this kind of shift and how you may see what your dreams and aspirations for the future are, that you don't get too caught up. Don't get too stuck in your lusts and desires, okay? This Devil card is an admonishment. Out of the Devil card comes a lot of creativity. But when the Devil card is underneath an opportunity like this, an opportunity in money and wealth, it's definitely a warning. Be careful. Be careful not to follow too much behind the dollar, not to get sucked in too much into a lifestyle that maybe is not good for you. All right. This reading, I believe this reading could apply to single Scorpios and those who are attached, right? In either case, there's issues of control in your relationships, whether you're just dating or it's a friends with benefits scenario or whatever, or it's a long-term relationship. There's still that issue there. This is definitely for Scorpios who have had some strife recently in their relationships and they're wanting to work towards more harmonious relationships. Certainly. And certainly if finances has been at the heart of some of your problems, if there are, some of your arguments or miscommunications, it's interesting as well that this will be under this card, the Thief in the Night, right? Because again, it seems like one having more than the other is certainly playing an issue in this relationship, right? And this opportunity here is going to free you from that whole dynamic. I think this is another thing as well. I mean, I know most of my audience are female, and my readings aren't specific for male, female. You know, it's all about energy, right? If it resonates. But I do realize that most of my viewers are female, and I really firmly believe in, you know, that women should have their own bank accounts, even if they are married. You know, women should try to have, and even if they're stay-at-home moms, they should, you know, whatever money that they somehow accumulate or get out of the marriage, they should still have their own bank accounts and their own kind of set of finances, because it is important. You know, it's important. Finances and money is a part of our sense of identity in this society. And as much as you might not want to admit to that, or you say, well, I'm not materialistic, I rise above all that, I'm all about the spiritual. Okay, but you're here on earth, and surviving on earth takes money. And therefore, you just simply cannot ignore the fact that money and the pursuit of money and abundance is something that you have to face. And the trials and tribulations that come with that are very real. And they're human, they're natural, right? That's part of us being in this material realm, all right? So it's important to take care of that as well. And I think this opportunity, if you are a Scorpio woman who has perhaps been in a situation with a man who's had all the money, this is an opportunity for you to kind of get your own autonomy back a little bit. And I think that can help relationships more than anything, you know. It can certainly help relationships more than anything. That's too many. All right. So for both people in the relationship to have their own autonomy and at least their own nest egg. They can have accounts together and work towards a goal together. But for their own self-esteem and confidence, I think it's important. And certainly for women. Just because historically women have always had, you know, we've been second-class citizens in a lot of ways, especially financially and in relationships, you know. So I'm not going to get into all of that, but I'm just going to say that this is a very important aspect. All right, let's clarify. 10 of Wands, the Fool, it's a new journey. You're ready to throw caution to the wind. 4 of Cups, Prince of Discs, Ace of Cups, and 9 of Discs. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Princess of Wands. Beautiful energy. She is Dancer. This is my Dancer card. She dances through the fire. She has the tiger tail around her neck. She's not afraid. She's unabashed. She's naked. She doesn't care. She's full of inspiration and creativity. She understands she's off the beaten path. She might be a little kooky or weird to most people. She doesn't care. She's not jealous. She's not envious. She doesn't care about other people or how they see her. This is very, very good energy, especially when you're trying to let go of control issues. She doesn't need to control anyone else or fear anyone else controlling her, because she's gone through a transformation where she realizes that those notions are all phony. Those notions aren't real, right? They're false belief structures that we either hold on to or let go. So 10 of Wands, yeah, sure, you want to leave. It's been a struggle. You felt very oppressive. Your relationship may have felt very oppressive. You've lost, you know what I mean? It feels like it's been a battle. And of course you want to leave. You want to go towards harmony. 10 of Wands is it's the last bit. It's the last hurdle. It's the man, you know, it's when you've gone through so much and so many arguments, and you know, you've done everything you can to work your way through everything creatively and to the best of your good, and you're just at the end of your rope and you're done with this battle. You're done with this battle. You realize the oppressive nature of it. You've made it though. The 10 of Wands talks about completing a task that was very, very difficult to complete, but yet you are completing it. 10 is completion. Starting a new path. But it was hard, right? It was hard to complete, but you know, this talks about, even though you are oppressed and the journey was long and hard, you had commitment and integrity, and you carried it out to the end. But yet it has made you feel like leaving these shores and leaving these type of relationships behind. You're ready to throw caution to the wind and try something new. You are ready. You're ready. And this is an excellent card to have over that departure Six of Swords, because you're ready to move towards something that's happy, that's new, that's different. It may be a little bit scary for you, right? Letting go of control issues is scary. But taking a leap of faith, which is what the Fool card is all about, is the same as letting go of control issues. Okay, so that's exactly what you have to do. If you want to retreat, if you want to leave this kind of impression behind and move to a more harmonious relationship, you have to be willing to take a leap of faith and, yes, let go of wanting to control the scenario. Remember, this thief in the night, he's going to pay, right? But you also have to watch out for that. You have to be, you be ready for those things to happen. Be ready, Like I say, you could be going through this right now, or it could be coming again. You can't control this, though. This is the thing. That's what I was trying to find the words to say. You can't control other people's actions. You can't control if somebody wants to be dishonorable, or somebody wants to be, you know what I mean? And sometimes our desire to control somebody else's narrative can screw us up, right? So take a leap of faith here with this Fool card that things will work out, and that, you don't always need to be the one to work it out. Four of Cups is here, right? So luxury. Four of Cups talks about luxury, enjoying yourself, having fun, but realizing it's empty, They're empty, they're not really kind of like, you can see that the water is kind of just... it's not really filling anything up or overflowing. The water almost looks like, is it real? It almost looks illusionary there, right? Because it's not dripping over. Usually when cups are overflowed with water, it overflows. This just gives the illusion of love. The water at the bottom is very still. So what's really going on here? So Four of Cups talks about wanting real love, wanting stability in love, and not being prepared to take like the empty cups, the cups that aren't really offering anything. You're willing to wait for one that's offering you something more. And this Page of Cup coming in with this like little token of love, I think you're not going to necessarily be open to it. I think you're going to be waiting. I think after having gone through what you went through, Scorpio, you want more. If this is your partner or your person apologizing, they're going to have to do a lot more than that. If this is someone coming in for you with an offer of something light, like a little date, they're going to have to come with a lot more than that. In any case, you're just expecting more from people. You're realizing your own limitations here as a result of that, right? That's coming as well. It's interesting that will come out here, because this energy, this realizing that you want more, that you are setting boundaries now, right, as well, and setting criteria for people. It comes over this Eight of Swords as well, where you're realizing your own limitations. You're realizing, how have you limited yourself in relationships? Right now, you've got to, you can't just... you have to have criteria. You have to be a bit more discerning. You're not ready to just take somebody who can't prove that they're really going to be stable for you. Right? And in a lot of ways, this is hopefully, this attitude will hopefully, of not wanting to accept the shallow relationships, will hopefully release you from this kind of feeling of, it's not my fault. This is the it's not my fault card as well, It's everybody else's fault but my fault. But I think here with this, right, with this energy of realizing that it's down to you to make discernments, to discern people, to hold people accountable, to not accept, you don't always have to accept people who come through unless, with offers of love that don't kind of prove that there's something to back it up, right? That's letting that is going to release you from this sense of it's not my fault, because now you're consciously discerning and you're consciously making better choices. And so in that way, you're realizing that, yes, you are responsible for your decisions. You are responsible. If you get involved with somebody who's an asshole and they make you miserable, part of that is your responsibility. You pick them. You know, if you continue to pick people like that, that is your responsibility. You can't play victim and say, well, I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't know, or like you had signs, right? So you have to be truthful with yourself. But I feel like that's what you're going to be doing, Scorpio, especially with this Four of Cups energy. You're just being patient. You're waiting. You're not willing to just accept this token. Prince of Discs is coming in, so this offer is definitely coming in. It may be coming a little bit slower, the fruition of it, but it's definitely coming in. It's someone coming to offer specifically you a new opportunity at making money. And again, Prince of Discs, you know, it does suggest that it may take some time for this to actually arrive, but the notion, the idea, you will know about sometime this month. And here we go. The Ace of Cups is coming out. So now, again, like I said, this is going to put you in a really good position in terms of your self-esteem, especially working through this line down here, because the clarifier we have down here is the Ace of Cups. So a new love. This could be your old love being revamped after going through all of this shadow work and reignited, or this could be the new love that you're bringing in if you're single, as a result of this work that you've done here, right? Also, as a result of taking advantage of this opportunity. Now you're open for love. So covering, you know, you have here all of these options, but the energy covering is Ace of Cups. So there's definitely an opportunity for something very new, a new relationship to come in. And that to be your main, you know, like your main choice, you know. Whatever it is that you're going to, it's new, it's fresh, it's new, and it's very powerful and it's overflowing. Again, it could also be that as a result of this work, your current relationship kind of comes back to this energy. Again, and then here we have, you know, all of these options again, the card for options and dreams, right? And the Devil, remember the Nine of Discs, and the Nine of Discs is a warning. Nine of Discs talks about gain, but you only gain when you work through in cooperation with others. You can't be in solitude, you know. Working alone is a recipe for disaster. Thinking you can do everything on your own is a recipe for disaster. Thinking you can accomplish things without integrating all parts of yourself as well, employing all parts of yourself, is a recipe for disaster. So this card is a warning to remind us that if we want to have all of these different options and choices, right, and we want to stay away from this energy of being, you know, ruled by our lusts and our passions, we have to recognize the part that everyone plays. And that means in our relationships too. Recognizing the part that our partner, our person plays, and that we play. And the importance of both of us working together if we want to realize this dream. All right, Scorpio, this is your love reading. Wow, I hope this resonated with some of you Scorpios out here. If it did, please, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. For those of you who've already subscribed and commented, thank you so much. I love you guys. This has been a real roller coaster, this channel, and I've been enjoying every minute of it. So for now, I'm just going to tell you, lovely Scorpios, have a wonderful, wonderful love month of June. Bye-bye.